the morning show over at CBS, Gayle King's outfit over there is not doing so hot. Gates, the last 3 weeks of the morning show compared to the year prior has dropped between 20 and 30% in the coveted 25 to 30 to 54-year-old demographic. In other words, go woke, go broke. They are known for covering super progressive policy issues. They're as woke as the mainstream media gets in a lot of ways. What does that say about like kind of the media culture? Sorry, I buried the lead there. Their new owner, Skydance, is saying, hey, we're going to get rid of all of that. What does that say about the media culture and where it's going?
And Colbert was canceled over politics, right? First of all, Joe Bob, your show airs for me in Tampa at 10 p.m. This is late night done right. So thanks for all the success of your show. Advertising dollars follow audience share, and audiences are voting with their remotes. They don't want progressive pontification at their breakfast table. This is why your show, as I said, my show, why we're successful. I named my YouTube show We the People on purpose because I recognized that the media I was consuming didn't represent the people, and I wanted to fix that. Gayle King reportedly earns around $15 million annually, yet ratings continue to plummet. That's a poor return on investment amid internal friction over programming direction. Despite claims of progressive content serving underserved groups, the data shows it's alienating mainstream viewers. Ideology over performance metrics never, ever balances the bottom line.
$15 million a year. I'll do it for half. I can be a black woman and talk about whatever they want me to talk about. That sounds great to me. Yeah, but overpriced to say the least. Sierra, this guy named George Cheeks, who's the co-CEO and is expected to be carried on in the acquisition, which is what everybody's been talking about. If he's going to stay on board, do you think this will actually change, or do you think it's just going to be same story, different script type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it has to change because I think this, and the Colbert example and this example is people are finally feeling free to say what they've been thinking for a long time, and part of that is thanks to President Trump. He's standing up for free speech. But these networks are going to have to start listening to their audiences because nobody wants this woke doom and gloom. People just aren't interested in that. And I think, that's why people like conservatives like this show and, a lot of the shows on Twitter and YouTube and stuff, because conservatives are generally more positive. And that's just something that that I've noticed and I see, and I love to see it because even when there are conservatives, like, for example, on Twitter who, come in and they say, oh, we're not doing enough deportations or, things are so bad. It's like you'll see so many people coming in and saying, hey, I don't want this negativity on my feed. Like, we need to celebrate these wins. And, and I think that's just the way to go because we do have a lot of wins under President Trump. And, we want to celebrate them. And the liberals are never celebrating anything. So
I don't know if you're got purple hair and a gender studies major, they celebrate you pretty hard.